Hi everybody, another upload with Missy Jenn here, and tonight, I get comments from people. Jenn, I did a video that Jenn is on the Rancho for 1 year now, and then yesterday on Jenn and Rosie reality TV, Jenn surprised me with a beautiful vase of yellow roses, which was fantastic. So I had a couple people write me and they said, you know, Missy Jenn's life with you, Rosie, and your life with Missy Jenn can't be all cupcakes and rainbows and sweetness. Well, and they said, you know, why don't you two guys discuss being level with us a little bit, and let's talk about the pet peeves. Now, I want to say ahead of time, because I don't want Jenn to, you know, the German come out of her, and the next thing you know, I'm getting a hiney beating later for this for this video. But the year it's been fantastic with you, you know, and I think for the most part, the stuff that our little pet peeves about each other, mine are very short. How about your pet peeves about me?
Well, let's see.
What the hell's that? You have a whole friggin' list.
You know,
oh shit! You came prepared tonight.
I for once actually had to sit down and write notes and stuff because
I can't allow that tonight. You know, there can't be that. Can't be that many things. But we'll start off by saying, instead of us telling each other, let's guess what the other person thinks the biggest pet peeve about us is, after being together for a year now. And I'm guessing, I'll go first because there's probably 10 things you guys have seen a lot of them. I would think sometimes I lack the attention when Jenn's talking and stuff, and before she's finished talking, sometimes I will just either A, tune out because I got the basic gist of what she's saying, or B, just start to move away and, as you say, just walk off. Am I right? Is that my biggest thing? So, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's.
Now, what would you? Well, before we dig into that, and I know you dig in, can't wait. What would you say? I would think my biggest pet peeve with you would be
that I sometimes give in too quick when I run into problems.
Well, let's go back now. Let's go more in depth, and we'll. No, that's not my my main one is, and it's not a bad one. Is sometimes you tend to. I got to sort of preface this by saying, I spent a lot of time in the business world. I remember standing and sitting at my desk in Hong Kong, and the manager of the banking department there screaming at the top of his lungs at some trust officer that didn't do that sent him a memo that was about 3 pages 3 pages long, and at the top of his lungs he's screaming down the hallway. Everybody can hear it. I guess it was for the benefit of everybody else. He's like, don't you ever send me a fucking memo more. If you can't put it in 1 or 2 sentences what you want to say to me.
Oh, I make too much. I write a book out of
You like to be very detailed, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm extraordinarily detailed, and instead of making a 2-sentence thing, I make it I write a story. Yeah, I had actually a lot of people in the past in my life complain about that.
But that's no excuse for me to just turn tail and just walk away, right? I mean, that happened yesterday. You were telling me something, and while you're still talking, there goes the Rosie.
Yeah, you're just out the door, gone. I'm like, okay.
So I'm like that real business brief, you know, hit that memo. I always tell my girls when I'm helping them improve their writing and stuff is you got to cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, and get to the point. But, you know, other than that, you know, and I mean, that's really the thing, because with me, I know I don't pick up after. It's always my shit. I mean, if you were to pan the camera around now, you would just see, well, now's a little better than usual. I'm getting a little better. You know, my stuff is just like the house. My shit just exploded. I eat a wall of sound, and it's it's all about me.
Well, it's, I got now so used to it. Like yesterday, I went outside and I found the parts of the Hero
Camera, the GoPro 4.
Some of the parts laying out there, and I found a pair of flip-flops laying out there, and then I found some other
Underwear,
stuff.
always.
I found one of the Canon cameras sitting out there on the bucket, and I just take it and sit
underwear,
I mean,
bikini, just thrown everywhere.
I just kind of bring it all in, throw it on the kitchen table, and then.
You're a trooper.
Don't,
now,
you know,
let's say, yeah, a lot of
anything,
times, because you're very girly, and you're very feminine, so you will give in a lot. You are a lot more nicer when you're interacting with the public. Not that I ever scream at people on the phone or stuff like that, but I generally will press until, you know, I kind of get things the way I kind of want them. And you're very sweet, and you have a very sweet voice on that.
Yeah,
you often get your way too. I'm just saying you do it more with honey and things. And sometimes I wish, yes, you would be a little, you know, a little stiffer about that. But I kind of consider that my job, you know, to sort of be the hammer, you know, to bring stuff down once in a while and get some resolution. But there's so many things that. You know, and it's not about a plus side thing, but there's so many wonderful things that you do. I mean, you barbecue all the time now. I mean, when you came here, you hardly barbecued at all before, you know, when you were back home and stuff, and your cooking duties, and, you know, when there's something to be cleaned or something, you just roll it, kind of like me. I mean, I just roll up my sleeves and do it. We have a good division of labor. So I would say my general tendency to just not be as organized, but I think some of you starting to rub off on me, because I'm trying to get, you know, with data and storage cards and those kind of things, trying to get things a little more organized. So
that's German efficiency. If you have order, then you don't have to spend all your time looking for stuff. You know exactly where stuff is, you know?
Yeah, and the Irish efficiency is just have another beer in it. Imagine it's all, imagine everything's all in the same way. I also know I should get to projects quicker with you. You've been waiting for some additional shelves in the room, but, you know, we have been on other projects and doing some other, you know, we really had to secure the floor underneath this because of the tremendous load. Yeah, so, you know, but, yeah, I'm pretty happy. And sometimes the other thing about you'll get on a videoing rampage, you know, and you get that look in your eye like, oh, come in, what are you doing? I'm making a video. And you like to crank them out. Sometimes. You get kind of in a zone, and you'll just kind of tune out. You really get, you know, in the zone. You'll kind of tune out everything else and just get very focused on that until you get that in the can. So
well, once
you bring an intensity to it.
Once I have an inspiration,
yeah, it's like, get the hell out of here.
Like, I get an idea, and it can be
clear the kitchen table.
It can be like the other day. It was like 9 o'clock in the evening, and I still had makeup on, and snap, I got this idea. And
I come in the door, what are you
yeah,
doing?
I popped out the tripod and everything, and
lights are on in here. I'm like, my God, are we doing a porno tonight, or what are we doing in here? So it's all good. You know, I just think to myself, you know, the things that living with Jenn, honestly, You know, I know when you first moved here, some girls wrote you and said Rosie's got a really bad temper and be careful, you know, she'll blow her top and that kind of stuff. But we're both pretty calm people. I don't think we've ever gotten uncorked on each other about anything.
Right. We are communicating well with each other, and I think
sharing a lot of interest.
I've always believed in communication is what keeps a relationship healthy.
I agree.
So don't just run out when I'm trying to talk to you.
Right, brief around. Anyway, everybody, kind of a fun little video. As soon as it's done, I'm going to steal a peek at the list of 26 other items that Jen wanted to go over. There wasn't really anything else in that thing.
No, it was a blank paper.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thought we would have a little fun tonight. Life has been good. It's been good on the Rancho. My life has been enhanced since you moved out here, and I'd like to think your quality of life has been enhanced too.
I think we really accomplish each other in so many ways. Sharing the same interests, a lot of interests, and yeah, it's just.
And another nice thing about Jen is every time, you guys know, I get the next big scheme in my mind about about the next big thing. Is like Jen must think to herself, holy shit, can we just catch our breath for a year? And now of course we're talking about the rolling Rancho, and anyway, it's always fun. We had a great trip to Vegas. Just to wrap up, I hope you enjoyed. I think some of Jen's videoing with her new cannon was just spectacular. She beat me hands down on the strip run we did at night and some other things. So it's all good. We got other stuff coming up. It's going to kind of just be not going to be a real. We'll be up the river a few times and doing some other things. And our next big thing will probably be October when we're down in San Diego again. So anyway, I'm going to prepare for my beating after this video. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. A lot of fun tonight. And I always appreciate you being along, and make sure you're always keeping up with Jen and Rosie reality TV and cousin Rosie Murphy there. So thanks for watching, everybody.